Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the RuneWars miniatures game. So today I'm going to cover the stuff that came out yesterday, so I'm falling behind unfortunately. But the article that came up from FFG yesterday looking at the forces of Warqua the Undying. So it's in the same vein as we did the Darkan video earlier on last week, I think it was. So we're just going to go through. We have the standard reanimates, again, really cool art piece and showing off the lovely models for painting. Then we go through, it goes into a little bit of flavour text for them, but the bits we're really interested in is the dial and then the actual cards with the cost. So they've got the green extra toughness, which syncs up well with the reposition, the rally, and the reform, that's the one. The moves are all with blues, so attack we get to add in a special. So loads of interesting little things for them. They still have the 1 defense and 1 wound each, but obviously if you're going to look at doing the rally, if you literally just want to soak up damage, I'd advise getting the early rally at 4. It's pretty quick, relatively, and then the +1 defense as well. It's the quickest way of getting that +1 defense, and it'll just let you sit there and tank up a little bit. They also, when we start looking at these cards, obviously, they regenerate models onto trays as they aren't dying. I think we've covered all of this before in some of the demo games that I did. You need to go all the way back to those videos. And then we get to the costs. So we've got 16 points for 2, but it goes all the way up to 12 for this unit. So these guys can be a massive block. 64 points for 12 blocks of reanimates is pretty scary. They don't have the flexibility on this dial that the spearmen do, but they can certainly do a job, especially as we start looking at that tanking up of damage, if you can get that 4 in before your enemy's attacks. Then we get onto the reanimate archers. I really love this green colouring. I don't know why we went with the purple on the models. I'll probably try and paint some up like that. But yeah, we get to the dial and the card again. So we have the shoot at 5 and it's red, so we can add in a surge ability automatically. Needing 2 to trigger, but it guarantees 1 at the very least. Then the greens have the rally, that's the repositions and reform. This speed 7 2 slide is really strong in my opinion, having used it in the game. I really like how far you can reposition. You can just slide along to the side and really take your opponent by surprise if they're not expecting it. So I expect this move to be pretty strong in the first few months of the game being out while people are trying to figure out things. The combat attack, it goes at a 6, doesn't benefit from a surge because there's nothing really to spend it on unless we get some fancy upgrades, which I'll be honest, I don't know about at the moment. Then we're relatively limited in the moves for the blue, and obviously the specials that almost everybody has is white. Then defense wise, they are 1 block, 1 toughness and 1 wound each. You can go as big as a unit of 3 of them, a unit of 6, 3 wide. So that adds in a decent amount of damage and can really start packing in those punches when you get those shots in. But they are a 45 point cost, so pretty expensive for what can be a fragile unit if your opponent gets there. Then we have the Grave Worm, the Karen Lancers. I think this new guy, that's the one from the book. We don't have a picture of the new model. It's weird. I don't know why we wouldn't show that one off. But really versatile. There's a lot going on these ones. So you've got an actual move on your special dial. If you do the rally and special, or you can do the special and move and stuff like that. There's lots of different ways of using these. It means you can keep spitting on things and keep moving, or it's an extra way to tank up as well. Like with your rally and the +1, it means that you can really do some interesting stuff. Green has the shield as well. That is on the reform and the slide. Reforming at 3 is pretty quick. If you're doing it just to get the +1 defense, I'd probably go with the rally tokens, but it seems like it's got a lot of options there. Then we come into the attack in combat. It goes at a 5, can add in extra damage or an automatic disrupt, I think they're called. I can't remember what that symbol is now. And then just some moves, pretty versatile. We go relatively quickly for a 2, and for the 4, it's not too slow. It's slow, but it can still get you in before a couple of things. I think there was some 8s. Am I lying to you all now? Okay, yeah, so 7's really slow. And costs for these guys. Yeah, 3 shield, 3 defense, 3 wounds each. For a single one, it's 15 points. For 2, 27. For 4, 46. And for 6 of them, 68. Personally, I'm going to probably be looking at the sweet spot of either a 2 or a 4. I don't know that I get enough value depending on how much of the stuff uses blight tokens in the army and how the upgrades work. But that's where I think I'll be sitting with my units of Karen Lancers. Then we come on to Ardus, and he's just a machine. His ability seems pretty nice once we start getting into all of these different unit sizes, where you get to count as a unit size bigger for your upgrade selection. He has 3 defense and 4 wounds, lots of funky abilities, 27 points, but mainly his dial is what we're interested in here. So he has a really fast attack at 3, which again adds in damage of a surge. This attack is treating have a surge ability of allies at range 1 to 3. So he can potentially be using let's go back up, in fact. If the Karen Lancers are there and they've put blight tokens on stuff, he can automatically add that surge in to add a critical wound. I think that one is. I can't remember. I really need to go back through all of my notes on RuneWars. The reanimates can add in blight tokens. So he can be a toolbox type guy if you want to go down that route. But I found when I tried to play him that just straight up damage was the way I wanted to go. It's nice if they have the blight tokens on them. Getting that deadly wound in early was pretty good. What else did he have that I found interesting? He moves relatively quickly for the Undead faction, with the charges all being the same, so you can get a decent range charge off, and his wheel, I can't change formation thing, is really quick, and that's good because if you're thinking someone's going to charge him, you can actually quickly slide his formation, add in the white +1 to defense, and then you can really offset their charge. Because as they would come in, if you're facing here and they're coming this way, if you just do a quick wheel at a 3, suddenly they end up facing this way. So for their future moves, it can really throw people off. And yeah, that's about it, folks. Nothing really new. It's just a nice, complete, easy way to look through all of the cards that are going to be coming in the core box. And obviously once FFG gives us more information about the upgrades, I will do a video on those as well. My voice just went there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so once FFG gives us more information on the upgrades, I'll do a video on that as well. I'm getting more and more excited for RuneWars. It's coming soon, and we've had all of the stuff arrive at the store for the kits, like the posters and stuff. So we're still waiting to get a date for a product to arrive. But yeah, it's pretty exciting times now. It's getting closer and closer. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the RuneWars content. I'll keep it up, and I'll see you all again on the next video.